I grew up on a farm with a long dirt lane the only way in. I have always enjoyed walking up the lane because it was so quiet and peaceful. There were a few newer houses back the lane, but most of the time I was completely alone. When my grandmother was diagnosed with cancer, my mom had a double-wide trailer put in for her. At the top of the lane so she could help with her care, Grandma planted her last live Christmas tree beside the trailer and babied it something funny. After she died, my brother bought the few acres her trailer was on and built a house there, being careful not to hurt Grandma's tree. I was out walking one morning and passed a strange lady walking a dog and said, "Good morning." The lady stopped and looked at me for a second and said, "Your grandma is here." I was confused, but I assumed she must have known her and didn't realize she had passed. I told her that I was sorry, but Grandma had passed some time ago. She stared at the pine tree and said, "No, I mean that she is here." Confused, I was looking around trying to figure out what she meant and blurted out, "Here? In the lane?" She said, "Yes, here in the lane by that tree. She stays here to make sure your mom's okay." I started sniffling, trying hard not to cry when she came over and patted me on the arm and said, "Don't worry, hun. She's fine. She's happy. She just wants to make sure your mom is okay because she's all alone now." Once I composed myself, and I only live a couple miles away and came over all the time, she said, "But her parents and her brother are all gone, and she's still really sad about it. Grandma just wants to make sure she knows that she's not alone. Will you tell her?" I said I would, and she patted me on the arm again and walked away. I don't know how she knew my uncle had died the year before because he lived a couple hours away. When I got back, Mom could see I had been crying. So I asked her about the lady, and she said she wasn't one of the neighbors. I told her what the lady said, and we both cried about it because that was exactly the kind of thing my grandmother would do. She thought the sun rose and set on my mom. None of us ever saw the lady again.